Hey JSBlanch, this video response is in regards to your second post that you made towards my original. I want to bring your attention immediately to what you said 6 minutes into your second video response. And I think this is so key because you said something to the effect of, it's good that we have YouTube because we can get together and we can further both of our knowledge, both of our paths, something to that effect. And that's so key because you just co-signed the whole gist of what I was saying in my first video. You co-signed it. So it appears that we're at agreement there. And you know why? Because an anti-intellectual would never want to meet another perspective to further their path if that perspective was going to be different. An anti-intellectual would never want to do that. That's why I use the example of the Christian, and not just to pick on the Christians, but I'm saying any religious institution today obviously does not want to meet perspectives that are different from theirs. In fact, the leadership of these religious institutions rely on their followers having an anti-intellectual approach to spirituality. They could be doctors, lawyers, what have you, very smart people. As long as they don't bring that to their spiritual path, these religious institutions will survive. And one look at the world today would prove how much of a disaster that is, but you're sitting here and defending that. Creationism, there's a whole movement to put that into a science class in school. That's anti-intellectual. That's a war on science. An anti-intellectual religious zealot would say that homosexuals are demonic. And they exist in their little vacuum, their little bubble, and that's true to them. And they want it to be left that way. Why is it true to them? Oh, my Bible said it. It's in the Word. It's in the Word. In other words, something that people wrote 2,000 years ago. People who lived 2,000 years ago have already done the thinking for them. They don't need to think anymore. That's anti-intellectual. Do you want to defend that? I can't defend that. So I think we're in agreement because that quote that you said at 6 minutes into your first video, though, that you're willing to meet with a perspective that's different in discourse and grow from it, that's not something an anti-intellectual would do. Now let's get to some of the points that you raised in your video. I never, not even once, have I ever used the word cult in my videos. Now, I use clicks, which is the word that you used originally, and you repeated it in your second response. So, I never used the word cult, but it's interesting that you would react to that because someone actually did use the word cult in a text response to your original video in a very ignorant way, and you didn't respond to them at all. That's why I had to get clarification. Did you support that or did you not? It turns out that you didn't support it, which is good. But yet and still, that person didn't get any response from you originally. And of course, you know, you're not responsible for every person that pops up and posts a comment on your video. That's why I just wanted you to provide some clarity on that. But that's what I mean by coddling. You can't coddle people like that. If they're ignorant, then they need to be challenged. Like, that's why I called for a critique from them. Now they're going to be engaged. I don't coddle people like that because, ironically, coddling does not help. So it appears that we both shared a desire to help people. You just think that coddling is helping. And I absolutely do not think that coddling helps at all. So that's about it. I think we're pretty much in agreement, except for the whole coddling thing. I can't coddle anti-intellectualism. I can't defend anti-intellectualism. That's about it.